Hi, my name's Ehtan and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their music. I pick the songs I like the best and put them together in a podcast to share with you. This week we have The Mighty Heartbreak, Stale Jan, no really, Novelist Me, but we're going to start off with Youth Killed It, Johnny Bravo, and you are going to love it.
You're electric, you're so connected, you're so eccentric, it's running through your bones. You don't get angry, you're always happy, so much composure, yeah, it's running through your bones. You're a movie star, a top actor, you play the game like you could never lose. It's so frustrating, you're amazing, you win again. And I just wanna be like you. And I just wanna do the things where you walk and you make it look easy. I just wanna be like you. And I wanna make it look so damn easy. I'm just a waster, a day later. Wish I was a little bit more like you. I'm so pathetic, self-neglected. Should be tested, I'm stuck in my head. Whilst you are a rock star, drive a nice car, and live life like it's tailor-made for you. It's so frustrating, you're amazing, you win again. And I just wanna be like you. And I just wanna do the things where you walk and you make it look easy. I just wanna be like you. And I wanna make it look so damn easy. Hiding the truth. So I just wanna be like you. And I just wanna do the things where you walk and you make it look easy. I just wanna be like you. And I wanna make it look so damn easy.
And that, hello, by the way, that was Youth Killed It and Johnny Bravo. Fantastic. What a track to kick off with. Yes, it's just me today. And I've done things in a bit of a weird order this week. A bit strange. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit about Youth Killed It. First thing I've got to tell you is they're sensible enough to have a website, and it's a really good website as well. Go and have a look at that. There's a great opening sequence, video sequence that runs along the top part of their top part of the page on the website. It's really, really good. They've done lots of good stuff actually. They're doing well on Spotify, which is always a good thing, I think. I know people sort of mug off Spotify occasionally. Musicians do it a lot. They go, we don't earn any money from Spotify, and I'm like, you don't earn any money anyway. We don't earn any money anyway. It doesn't matter where you put it. And he goes, oh, someone else is taking it anyway. Look, let's forget that. We're going to leave the politics of that behind today. They're from Norwich. They've had some placements on TV as well. The Great British Bake Off. So anyway, go along to their website, and have a look and see what they've got, and see if you can remember. Listen to the music and go, I remember that on Bake Off, because that's what they did. It's good. And they've done some Radio 1 footage, some Radio 1 stuff as well, which is fantastic. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've done things a bit of a weird way round. Something weird. Normally what happens is I record the podcast and do all that stuff, and then do the write-up. And the write-up's like, oh. But what I've done this time is I've done the write-up first, which is really weird. I might do it again, actually, because this bit, actually recording it, putting the songs together, is the easy bit. It really is. This is easy. This sort of talking to the microphone, listening to music and stuff. This is the easy bit. The typing stuff up is the stuff that takes the time. Anyway, so that's that. Second up, I'm going to play you a band called the Mighty Heartbreak, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you something you might not know about the band. You probably don't know anything about the band at the moment, but I'll tell you some more about the band after this. This is a fantastic track. This is called Love Is, and it's the headphones on and sit down, cup of tea time. Listen to this. It's fantastic.
Just blind, it is deaf, dumb, and stupid. That you were my kind, I guess I was deluded. What you gonna do? The world keeps looking back at you, and you haven't got a clue about the things I do. Where you going with that gun in your hand? In your hand, in your hand. I don't want to go to India, Nepal, or Japan. I just wanna stay at home. You better make another plan. When I tried to tell you, tried to warn you, you didn't understand. I tried to leave you, I tried to please you, but you knew that I could never be that man. I'll never be that man. Never be that man. Became fantastic. A world of make-believe where all your silky dreams just turn to plastic. What you gonna do? The world keeps spinning round, around, round, round. Another crazy dress, another wasted sound of where you going with that gun in your hand, in your hand, oh, in your hand.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. So good. That's the Mighty Heartache, the Mighty Heartache, the Mighty Heartache and Love Is. Now that band is a really nice band. I love the backing vocals. The backing vocals are fairly new. Actually, they're not new. In fact, they are new. In fact, everybody in that band's new, apart from Mick Cohen. So Mick Cohen's just the songwriter and the rhythm guitarist and lead vocals. And now, once upon a time, I used to be a bass player in bands, and that's what I wanted to do when I left school. When I was at school, I learned to play bass. I was always sort of playing guitar, but I really wanted to play bass when I started when I was 13. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to become a professional musician? This is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a professional musician. How do I become a professional musician playing bass? Well, what do? Well, you just find a band. You find a good band, and then you get signed, and all that sort of stuff, and everything else just falls into place. And that band, the band with Mick Cohen, that was called Russians. I joined that band, and they were from London, and we used to rehearse once a week up in London, maybe twice a week actually. And we used to rehearse in this really weird little place. It was a great little studio up near King's Cross, and we used to rehearse there, and we did some great gigs, and we had some really good adventures, some really great times we had some great times, didn't we, Mick? We had some great times, didn't we? God, we had some adventures with the drummer disappeared, and we had to get another drummer in, and we got a guy called, I can't remember his name now. I know Mick will, because I don't remember names. I very, very rarely remember my own, but we got this guy, and he used to play in a band called The Nice, so this guy was a named drummer. So yeah, we had lots of stuff, and what happened with the band is we had some really good gigs, but the first gig we ever played, which was the Greyhound in I think not Crystal Palace, but it's somewhere like that. The Greyhound was probably our best gig. Sort of like the biggest gig we played, and we played to diminishing numbers after that, and I have no idea why, because we were a really good band. In fact, I've got a cassette somewhere of us playing somewhere, but yeah, Mick carried on playing, I carried on, we sort of split up after that, and Mick carried on carrying on with the band, and he's still doing really well now, and I sort of shifted over to doing going with 12 string and starting another band with 12 string, playing funk in a 12 string band. It doesn't funk in a 12 string band, playing 12 string in a funk band with my own songs, which is weird because I'm back doing that again, but with an electric guitar. Anyway, things have moved on since then, and that track's really, really good. I love it. It puts me in mind of Elvis Costello, because it's got that lovely Elvis feel. Something off like Imperial Bedroom off that album. I think that's what I think. Anyway, what have we got next? Before I go, I don't like to talk about. I don't like to reminisce about the olden days. I'm not one of those people. Anyway, next we've got Novelist Me and Sugar Husk. This is a track.
Take it somewhere else.
Fantastic. So to me, that sounds a little bit Sugar-like. If you know Sugar, like Bob Mould, that's with that driving guitar. And on their show notes, you'll see that they do make a mention of Husker Du and Sugar as well. How about that? So I got it completely right. So what's interesting is that it's got that kind of Seattle swagger as well to it, which I really, really like. And the fact it's coming after a long track. Well, that Mighty Heartbreak track was probably about 3 times as long as that one, and I like them both for those reasons. The Mighty Heartbreak was quite a long track. It's over 5 minutes, I think, and that one's like much less. We could go on about this for a long time, but we won't. We're going to look at Stale Jan. Listen to this.
The shadows creep where I can't go. A storm of thorns I didn't sow. These woods aren't pines but choking air. A weight that bends my bones with care. Oh, the wind screams, why do you stay? But roots hold fast. I'll burn the grave. These woods are rage, these woods are flame. A silent war without a name. I'll carve my path through every line of frozen dust will make me die. The night may howl, the chains may bite, but I will fight. The world's a blade, the frost's a blade. They cut the hope my hands have made. The pines are ash, the snow's a sheet that buries every vow I keep. Oh, the earth moans, where will you run? But sparks don't fade till fires are done. These woods are rage, these woods are flame. A silent war without a name. I'll carve my path through every line of frozen dust will make me die. The night may howl, the chains may bite. I've traced the scars, I've swallowed rain. Let agony be my refrain. The dance, a song I'll rewrite now. Not brass but rise, burns on my brow. And miles to go, and miles to go. The woods will choke on what I sow. And miles to go, and miles to go. I'll wait the dawn they tried to snow. These woods are rage, these woods are flame. A silent war without a name. I'll carve my path through every line of frozen dust will make me die. The night may howl, the chains may bind, but I won't sleep without a fight. And miles to go, and miles to go. The woods will choke on what I sow. And miles to go, and miles to go. I'll wait the dawn they tried to snow.
Lovely. That was a Stale Jan featuring Ehtan. I think it's Ehtan, and maybe Ehtan, maybe Cronin, and the song "Silent War." They're from Oslo in Norway. Have you been there? I went there once a few years ago, about 10, 12 years ago. Did their very weird gig in Norway. I was playing bass for a band called Coast, and we got this booking. It was just for a weekend. It was one gig on a Saturday night, and they basically just flew us out there for the weekend. We went out and stayed in this place in the middle of nowhere. It is. All I know is of Norway is Oslo Airport. I think it was Oslo Airport. and we got a minibus, and then a ferry, and this ferry just took forever to get there, and then we got back in this minibus again and got to this little town, and I think they were all miners. This place, these guys that we went out to do, it was a very weird gig, and they got ridiculously drunk. All these guys that came to see us got absolutely. I've never seen people so drunk before, and I saw some really nasty accidents, some tumbles downstairs and things. It was very odd, very odd. There's some video of it somewhere. There's probably some video on YouTube about it. If you look up Coast Norway, there's probably some video there, because we shot, I think we did some GoPro video, but it was a very odd place. But yeah, that's where they come. That's where they come from. Not the best of names, Stale Jan, and it really is Stale Jan. But it's Norway. I'm sorry, mate. In English, doesn't translate that well. But the music was fantastic. Had a bit of a Cafe Del Mar feel in it as well, didn't it? A lot of stops, a lot of nice breakdowns and things, and it worked really well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the show this week. I don't know what it is at the end of every show, or maybe when I'm putting the show up, I always think to myself, "Oh, I should have said this." And it's one particular thing, and I thought, "Oh, I'll mention it this time. I'll remember it this time." Do you know what? Can't remember what it was. I was going to mention something to you guys, but who knows? Who knows what it was? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for listening. Please share and do all that kind of stuff, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Goodbye.